TF for the family. Hell as you saying, I am the man, I go super saiyan when I'm with the people.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Herbsurdity Podcast. They call me Herb. This is the Herbsurdity Podcast with Alex and Irvin. With me to my left is my co-host.
Just Alex, what's up, y'all?
And today we have a very special guest. It's a stand-up comedian, Big Tom. Yeah, Big guest, Big Tom.
I appreciate the love. I feel like I'm doing it real big right now.
Yeah.
Hey, if I never had headphones and a mic in my face at the same time, I don't know how to feel about this. This is lovely, man. I appreciate y'all.
It's official.
Yeah.
It's real lights in here and everything. Every time I tell people I got a podcast, I've never seen the show, they don't believe me. Right, they're like, okay, so they assume the setup is gonna be like in my bedroom. You know what I'm saying? Like with the headphone mic, like I'm playing Xbox. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they think it is.
So
I'm not gonna lie. When you hit me up out of nowhere, I just pictured me coming in here and we yelling inside a laptop trying to record like that. I didn't know it was gonna be the official setup. So yeah, this is gonna blow, man. Yeah, definitely keep with this. I like this, man. Not a lot of people got dedication like this, you know.
No, man, this is like an official studio space.
Official.
We know some people. That's all.
Yo, hey, man, I know a lot of people.
You got to realize some of the big podcasters don't even got a setup like this.
That's
so
true.
Doing something good, man.
Yo, Joe Budden. I don't know.
Joe Budden is in his living room yelling at his laptop.
I was about to say, I don't know if it was just every episode I watched.
They at his homie house on his couch.
Yeah. It's cool vibe, though.
It is.
It's cool vibe.
Yeah, he always got basketball shorts on and stuff. Yeah. That's how you know you relax right there.
Yeah. Facts.
I gotta make a couple announcements before we get all the way into it.
Thing.
So got a couple guests of the show, not guests of the show, friends of the show. First, Donnie. I'm gonna take some promo pictures so y'all see it. But I got the Chicago Cubs coat right here. It's white with the blue trim. It is the freshest coat in North America. I don't know if y'all know that.
It's so fresh.
Like it's just came out the plastic. It ain't even been worn for a full hour yet. That's how fresh this thing is. It still got a new coat smell.
Like so Herb's whole outfit is built around that jacket. You got pinstripes on that match.
Yep, navy with the white pinstripes. You know what I'm saying? Looking like an old school Chicago Cubs baseball player. I was joking with my wife this morning. Said my name is Bootsy Malloy. You know what I'm saying? the softest hands on the shortstop in all of Wisconsin. You know
designated hitter. You're not playing the field for nothing.
You know what I'm saying? I'm glorified and certified. You know what I'm saying? MLB
strikeouts
right
and home
here.
runs.
They just finished letting Puerto Ricans in the league, and I'm there. I'm right there with them, yo. And then next, I got these little alcohol bottles a day. So normally I'm with the Jubilee, but another friend of the show.
Can we just show these sponsors without saying the names?
I'm not really.
Are we supposed to do that?
I don't have sponsors, so I can't really.
That's a good point.
Hey, legally, I don't know if they're gonna hit me up. But I say Orange Jubilee all the time, so I guess I will. You know what I'm saying? I got the Bacardi Superior. I got a little Henny.
Okay.
And I got the Smoky Mountain. It's moonshine. It's not real moonshine. You know what I'm saying? But it's a moonshine-esque, right? And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix it with my Monster today. So I had this plan.
All right.
Oh, you going crazy?
No, I am. I'm going
Let's
crazy.
Might as well break out the lines of Coke for all that. You going that hard?
Look, when I first.
Why does that moonshine smell so good from over here?
The
Smell like hand soap. I like
you know
that.
What I'm saying? Yeah, man. This sanitizer official right
It does
here.
got the color.
When they ran out of sanitizer, it's cool. I got airplane bottles, bro. Wash my hands in that.
All right.
Never know what's
20 minutes through the show, he's going to be sweating bullets.
Yeah.
I'm already. See, I had a
Y'all don't hear that?
Way in.
Y'all don't hear that?
And when I first started,
I'm so concerned right now.
when I first started going to comedy shows, right, like in official clubs and stuff, they always got some weird mixed drink on the menu, and you look at the ingredients and it just be like 12 alcohols and like a sweetener.
Look, hey, wait, whoa. Huh? You know what you're doing?
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
I don't.
This ain't DJ Academics. I know what I'm doing.
All right. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I could tell by he done this multiple times. So I'm going to trust him on this.
I just don't want to throw up on the mic.
No. You go ahead. We're gonna start the show off officially now. Now we're gonna get into it. We've been talking to Thomas for a minute now. Sorry, Big Tom. We're talking to Big Tom for a minute now. And we've been laughing for a minute. So I was like, yo, I gotta show it up. And then And now I was gonna let loose for the rest of the thing. I don't even care. We follow our normal format, new format. I don't matter. Don't matter to me.
Let me ask one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Question.
Get it in before it's too late.
Yeah. Before you start sipping that shit. Bro, how did you get into comedy, man? What made you take that leap?
Let me tell you. So how I got into comedy, I would tell you from I was a child. I can tell you since I was like 6. It's two things that don't even match. Is that I wanted to do or be as a child was a stand-up comedian and a police officer. Those are the two things. I don't know how they mix with each other, but those are 2 things. I was like, you know what? That's what I want to do. You know. So at the time, always through school, I was always you could say class clown. I always got put out of class. I mean, you know, the usual stuff. And I just made, like, people always tell me how I made them laugh, and you don't even know what I was going through that day. And, like, to me, that was always a big thing for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I wanted to do was make people laugh. Some people didn't receive that well. A lot of people thought I was doing too much back then. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of people tell me, you're not even funny. You know what I'm saying? Like,
haters,
coming up, like, I remember even in high school, I was supposed to, one of my teachers, he wanted me to host a fashion show. And he was like, you're funny. I want you to host the fashion show. You had all the girls saying, no, can we get somebody? He's not funny, this and that.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot. But regardless of that, I stuck to it. We had a school like plays, improv. I done that. Yeah. So that's when I got my first hand, like in I would say the acting. But still, stand-up comedy was something that I always knew I wanted to do. So I got out of high school. I still didn't know how to do it. I was just, you know what I'm saying? If I'm one of them, I would try to speak it. So if I come to you and you be like, so what you do? I'm like, yeah, I'm doing stand-up comedy. I ain't did a show yet. I'm telling you, I do stand-up, you know. Oh, word, let me know you go. Yeah, I got you, you know what I'm saying? But I would keep saying that.
Yeah.
So one day, one of my friends told me, he was like, you know what? I'm about to do stand-up or whatever. And he was like, he had did a couple shows. And he was like, for my birthday, I got a show coming together, and I want you to be on it. And so I was like, yeah. But the show was in 2 weeks. Mind you, I don't know how to do stand-up comedy, put any jokes together.
You went in raw?
Hey, I done that a couple times, but we'll get to that later. But what I'm saying is he came, so I still didn't have nothing. So I lie to you now, he came to me the day before the show, and he was like, man, you got something? So I just put something together. Something I always said to make people laugh. I just try to put it in a joke, finally put it in a joke format. Yeah. And I went and did it the next day, and I killed it. And a lot of people came up to me and was like, hey, that's a good job, man. Like, you felt that don't even look like your first time. Look like you've been doing this for a long time. I don't know if you want me to go into where I'm at now from there, or do you?
Oh, you can go in there.
Yeah,
keep going,
well, anyway.
Keep going, brother.
I don't know y'all form. I don't like to break a brother format. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
but
get into this bullshit that
yeah. All right, so as far as with that, so where I was at with the so I did the show. So people did great, and then people was telling me this and that. So head like, oh yeah, I did it. I'm feeling good. So another shows come on. Hey, come, let's do the funny bone, this and that, you know. And went and did it, bombed.
Oh,
horribly.
Plot twist.
Man, said the first joke, nobody laughed. I was in for a long night.
Oh, no.
Immediately started sweating. I'm talking about the longest 5 minutes of my life. You know what I'm saying? From there,
turned into a whole
I started
hour.
doubting myself. Yeah, this was 2017 when I had started.
Yeah,
doubted myself, right? And then I tried again, wasn't doing good. From that, I was chasing that first show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From first laugh, was not good. And then I was like, man, let me try to write some stuff, forcing jokes, trying to make up something. You know what I'm saying? And then it got to the point I was just like, man, I don't know. You know, I was like, let me live my life. You know what I'm saying? Let me stop trying to force, live my life. Lived my life for 2 years, traveled, did have fun, you know, new friends, girl, all that. Yeah. But over those 2 years, I put I would think of something, and I'll just put it in my phone.
Right.
Let me write that down. Over 2 years, I put right here and there, and then I had got a job where I was working at night, and I finally got off the night because the open mics in Virginia is usually at nighttime on the weekdays.
Yeah.
So
like
once, yeah, I know, no weekend one. So I kept telling everybody, and I told people, I was still sticking with that. Yeah, I do stand-up. I ain't did a show in 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I do stand-up. But I knew this is like what I wanted to try again. So when I finally got off that shift, and man, I had sat down with my boy, girl, whatever, and we had tried to put some jokes together. You know what I'm saying? Over the 2 years, I just put some jokes together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because the next day we hit an open mic, but I just put these jokes together. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know. Bombed again. So you know, I'm doing hard, but I'm keep on going to shows, bombing, and then I even tell it was my girl or whatever. I told her, I was like, yeah, I don't know if this like for me. You know what I'm saying? I go to a spot that usually they'll always laugh at anybody. One day they didn't laugh. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I don't.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I was like, I don't. You know what I'm saying? I really was like, I don't know if this is for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then she told me, she was like, you know what? Why don't you just keep studying? Watch other comedians, man.
Yeah,
watch stuff like that. So then I sat down. I started watching old Eddie Murphy. Start watching Dave Chappelle. I start watching stuff like that, and I start realizing the timing, the pauses, the ways they say things and stuff like that. So I took my same set that nobody was laughing at, tweaked and adjusted things they was doing, and went this year went to open mic again and killed it. And
All right.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then from there I've been picking up, and it's crazy because around September last year, right, a lot of people that had when I first did the comedy, they was with me, you know what I'm saying? Once I started bombing, they turned their back on me. I don't know why they did that. They turned their back on me. You know what I'm saying? We used to always do stuff. They turned their back on me. And when they turned their back on me, I was just, you know what I'm saying? I was by myself. And then the same people that was supposed to be my friends was like putting their own shows together. Like they wasn't even asking me, hey, you want to do 5 minutes for this and that? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I feel like it'd be tripping, but I know if you my boy and you know what I'm saying, I would have asked you like, hey,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? If it was a convention for podcasts and you my boy and I don't ask you, like, if I put it on, like, you want 5 minutes, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of a slap in the face, you know what I'm saying? So
a little bit. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To me, it was kind of a slap in the face. I'm like, wow. So, like I said, with all that being said, I kept praying on it, and I said, man, God, if this not for me, it's not for me. But if it is, you let me. And a year from that day, I got paid to do my first stand-up comedy show.
That's what's up.
He answered,
what's up,
he
man.
answered like 15 questions I had. So I don't.
My bad.
Oh, yeah,
Hey, it's cool, bro. Because look, stand-up comedy is a huge passion of mine. Like it's
Wow.
It's true. It is.
Wow.
It is, bro.
Why
like,
you ain't tell me, man?
hey, cause look, man, cause I got this belief, right, that I know I ain't ready yet, right? But something I want to do since I was a kid. Cause I ain't funny, bro. So like I ain't
Then why you want to? Why
we got this show?
Who said you wasn't funny?
me.
Why did you say?
I
Okay,
said that.
okay. Has anybody else ever told you funny?
Yeah, a lot of people.
A lot of people tell you funny.
Yeah,
It's not who you trying to make laugh on stage, yourself or them?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
So that was a good question, man.
That is a good question, big time.
You know, I watched a movie with I think it was Cedric the Entertainer, and it was about stand up. You should watch it. I think it's opening act. You should watch that movie or whatever. It had some good tips in there, but I think he said something like, when you get on stage, it's not for you. It's for the people. The people come. If I come to a comedy show, I want to laugh. I might have had a bad day. You know what I'm saying? I want to laugh. It's for them. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
You're not doing it. You don't get us. Oh yes, I did good. It's you go out there. You feel the crowd. I'm here for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
This is what I paid for.
But, you know
You know what I'm saying?
that's a good point, man. Because I always, you be funny in like small groups,
Yeah.
like people that know you, right?
Yeah.
And I always think, I say, how would that translate to a stranger I never met before? And then if you can make all right, y'all been in DC before, right? Y'all been in DC? All right, okay. So y'all know how people get in DC when it's time to get to work, like them rush hours.
Yeah.
Right, they always get themselves exactly 2 minutes 37 seconds to get to work. Like the time that out, they know how they footsteps fall. They switch out sneakers to dress shoes when they walk into the lobby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The Metro come every 2 minutes, and they always scream when they get mad because you in the way.
Yeah.
When they run down the escalator.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm there. I'm in DC. I'm at Union Station. It's bumping at Union Station on a regular.
Facts.
Now the first time I went up to DC like on my own, right? Like nobody else. Like I didn't have a car, nothing. I just was like, yeah, boom, I'm gonna take a bus. I'm gonna hop off Union Station, whatever, go see my girl. And I'm wearing. Matter of fact, I was wearing this but like in full suit format. Like it was actually.
You had the blazer on with it.
Yo, I did with the white shirt and the red tie, right? Like a politician, right?
Yeah.
And so it was the first thing she seen when she seen me. She said, "Oh, Eddie Reto does DC." That's what she says, right? Like you just look like you fresh off the boat and you heard about DC in movies and you came out like a politician, right? And I was like, that's crazy, right? So I started doing a joint. I just started cracking jokes about my own outfit, you know what I'm saying? And what it was like, you know what I'm saying, immigrating from Central Virginia to Northern Virginia. And there was some dude in the corner just cracking up, son. Like he was a homeless dude just chilling, cracking up. Like he was dying laughing.
You might have made that man day.
Yeah, I think I did, bro. And like I ended up tipping my man some food because I was like, yo, bro, I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for laughing at my jokes. And he was just like, he said, man, you funny, bro. You about to go ahead and do something with it. I said, nah, man. I want to, but I'm afraid. And he goes, yeah, me too. And I said, dang.
Dang, that's why he's on the bus.
Exactly.
No, but look, man, I'm gonna tell you this, man. How did that feel? Let me ask you this. How did that feel when you made them laugh? What was that feeling you got?
The greatest feeling in the world, man. That's why I want to do it.
Exactly. Let me tell you this, man. You can never duplicate that feeling, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That feeling is great. It's like you did something. You know what I'm saying? You did something for them. You know what I'm saying? You made that show. If you can do that to them on a bus, you can probably do it to a crowd. You can do it. Not no problem, you can. Yeah. But one thing about it, brother, that I had to learn is it's gonna be ups and downs. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. The biggest part, the biggest thing, whether you bomb or not, is the fact that you got on that stage. A lot of people can't even do that.
Yeah.
Can't even get on the stage in front of people.
Yeah.
So that's the main part. That's where you get the respect from, is even getting on that stage. Whether you bomb or not, if you bomb and you keep getting up there, that's where you get, you know what I'm saying? That's where you get your respect. But at the end of the day, I had to find out is you have your own crowd. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have to find your own crowd. You know what I'm saying? So you can't think that you can make everybody laugh. You know what I'm saying? Right. But that dude on the bus, you made that's, you know what I'm saying? That's enough for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's enough.
Hey.
You know? 2 people, that's enough. If I do a show with 100 people and 2 people are dying laughing, that's enough for me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because I did my job. You know?
Yeah, that's 2 new fans.
I did my job. I had to figure out my fan base. Like I would go to a show. Let's keep it real. I go to a hood show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where the niggas at? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm from the I'm from North Chesapeake. I'm from the suburbs. You know what I'm saying? I rep that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got a problem with it, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Chester, you know what I'm saying? The suburbs. That's where I'm at. But, you know, I have friends, you know, we go to these shows, you know what I'm saying? For the let's be real, you know? And I get up there, I do my stuff. They don't find all that funny, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I'm not, you know what I'm saying? If I go in maybe a VCU crowd, something like that,
Yeah,
they die laughing. They come up to me and it's crazy.
You ever get the thug dude that didn't want to laugh?
All the time, you know what I'm saying? And then stare at you after you leave the stage, like, bro, my time up. Like,
bro, you ain't funny.
yeah, you know,
funny,
get mad because you not funny. Like, okay, bro, what is your profession?
Want to look at you when you sit down, see if you gonna get funnier now. That you off the mic, like.
Nah, man. But one thing about it, like, man, look, one of my friends, my good friends right now, I got it's a whole group of us to do stand up, man. He came to me. He said, bro, do you do stand up? I said, yeah. He said, man, people told me I'm funny. I want to do it. The same thing that I always needed somebody to do to me, I did for him. I helped him. You know what I'm saying? So anytime, bro, when you ready, I got places, shows, you know what I'm saying, venues we can go, open mics is nothing.
I mean,
whenever you need help and you got stories or whatever and all this, write it down. All you got to do is sit down with me and I will help you because I will help you put it in the format. I mean, I'm not going to write it because you the funny. You got your own. I'm just going to tell you the format. I'm going to help you. You like, oh, say it like this. Say it like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's one thing I think I did pick up that you know what I'm saying, that I can help people with. You know what I'm saying? So I've helped like 2 of my friends now. And then one of them done 3 shows. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And,
that's what's up.
you know, got paid for it. You know?
That's hey man,
Look,
that's the life.
So I mean, it's all on you, bro.
I did promise my old lady that inevitably I was gonna like actually make a real attempt.
You should.
Right? And I've been using the same excuse for years, right?
Facts.
That, man, I work on Tuesdays. I work on Wednesdays. So, like, Tuesday to Wednesday, Mike ain't gonna work out for me. I've been using that excuse for a long time, right? It's embarrassing. I got like a whole, you write jokes on index cards, right? And just, kind of try them out in the mirror type joint. So I had a stack of them joints.
Yeah.
Wow.
She went and bought me a pack of index cards, handed me the pack, and she's like, you really, that's really your dream? I said, yeah, that's really my dream. Wow. She handed me the stack, boom, and then I filled them all out and never told her, right? And so what I did was I bought a whole separate pack of index cards and left them there like they was unopened. Cause I was shy with it. I'm like, I don't want her asking me what I wrote on the cards, right? Like I don't want her wanting to hear my jokes, right? And so one of the things I do, like, I go to work, my vanilla job. You know what I'm saying? We ain't allowed to talk about the name of the job, but I go to my vanilla job and I try material on people. Like I just be
Facts.
I walk
That's how you do it though.
And I hit them with some of my writtens. Like they don't even know what they writtens, right? I come up, as soon as they would come into the conversation, I'm like, that's card 42. Like I'm gonna hit them with card 42, and if they laugh, I go,
yes.
All right, boom, card 42 staying.
I was mad the first time he did a bit on me though. I called him out. I was like, yo, that's a bit. Don't do no bits on me, dog.
I love it. I love it, bro.
I fucking love comedy. Don't do no bits on me, dog.
Because I needed to rush, man. I needed to feel it, bro.
The crazy thing about it, you doing everything a comedian does, but you're not getting on stage.
Yeah, I know.
What I do, we do the same thing, bro.
Oh, look, see, so right, no, this show is me easing him into it.
Yeah, we do the same. I say something to y'all that if I say something today that's funny, this is what you do, and I'm pretty sure you already do it. If you say something funny right now, if you see we are dying laughing, you gonna be like, okay, write that down. You know what I'm saying? But what I do is I try it again in another conversation. I won't just one laugh. So I tried another conversation. All right, they laughing too.
Yeah, it's like
but then yeah. Do it. So if the majority is laughing, I'm like, I might got something with this. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I tell you, don't ever throw a joke away. It's always hope. Don't always throw a joke. You might could put it in the back burner, but it's always don't ever erase or rip up a joke. Because there's plenty of jokes I done came back to. And then, you know what? Now I got something for that. You know what I'm saying? Always keep that, bro.
Quick sidebar. Hey, Aaron, when you edit this guest, you can share him because he's speaking to your audience.
Yo, that's facts. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing but motivation over here.
Yeah,
like
plain
underrated, big time underrated.
Willpower.
Chill.
No, bro. All right, so let me tell y'all. Let me tell y'all how I came across it. So, hearing Big Tom's journey, and perceived failure. I'm gonna say perceived because he never was without any fans. I was a fan from Jump Street. Wow. Before Big Tom even set out to do his first show.
Wow.
I was laughing, right?
Wow.
And to me, I saw the same thing. You go to your vanilla job and the crowd presence, like Big Tom's crowd presence was crazy. Like we be in a group of like 100 people. Right, and the manager be trying to have a serious meeting, and just like that whole class clown's gonna come out, right? Like he'll just shout something out at everybody, and the best part was the manager had no idea that he was cracking jokes. They thought he was dead serious. I love my job.
Yeah,
I die for this job.
Yeah.
If you found a bear right now, I fight him for this job. If the building was on fire, I grab all the packages for the customers and walk them out for this job. Like he would just go on, bro. And so the energy was intense, right? The cadence was crazy. I would like all the stuff I normally look with stand-up comedians. Like I look at the little behind the scenes, like how you do your time and how you do your flow. Like he was hitting every note. Wow. Like his punch, it was just punchline after punchline. When people hit you with the serious one-liners, like he was hitting me with the one-liners. So every time the manager says something, we got to make sure our quality's good. And he'd be like, man, I'll fight a shark in the water and I can't even swim for this job, and I'll be like, yo, stop, right? Like I'm crying because I'm laughing so hard, my bro. You gotta stop, right? And the worst part is, right? So
that's great.
Everybody chuckling, right? Everybody's like, "Oh, my man, crazy," right? And then they know he being sarcastic, right?
Yeah.
Like everybody's in on the joke with Big Tom. They in on it.
Wait, time out. Nigga, if you fired a shark for this job, they need to pay you way more.
You know what I'm saying? So he said he'd do it for free. That was the funniest one he ever told. He said, I do this job for free. Y'all only got to pay me for this job. And I was like,
I said, I'm not even clocked in right now.
Anybody who's ever had a job know that's a joke, right? Anybody who ever had a job, I don't care what job it is. You go to McDonald's, you know. If you tell somebody you not even clocked in, you joking, bro. Like it's not serious.
Immediately. McDonald's?
Bro, if I could clock in at home and then go in, like I'm gonna do it. I'm not going to any job for free. It's not volunteer work. You know what I'm saying? That's a hobby at that point. It's not a job.
I'm trying to hour out immediately.
Facts. This the only quote unquote job I've ever not clocked in for because it's still a hobby right now. Like what's an officially job and I'm getting paid for it, bro? Trust me, I'm clocking in before I come up here. So like the joint that really solidified it for me was when I said we talking about know your audience, right? So all the employees, we dying laughing, right? It's the funniest thing we ever heard, right? We tears in our eyes because my man getting away with it. Like nobody telling him to stop. Ain't nobody like, man, you got to shut up, maybe be quiet, like nothing, right? The manager, and God bless Applebee. You know Applebee?
I don't.
Because I did the same thing. When Big Tom left the workplace, I used to see Applebee and tell her, yo, you killing it, man.
Yeah.
You doing a great job, man. And he would believe it.
Eat it up, man.
He said to me, he was just like, you know, I really like Tom's work ethic. I think he really enjoys his job. And he was dead serious. He believed everything he was saying. He thought it was real. He didn't know it was jokes, right? So it was the type of comedy that you only got if you were in the same position. Yeah. But if you were above, right, he thought it was the most enthusiastic employee he had ever seen.
How out of touch? Okay.
He was ready to go up to the general manager like,
this guy right here.
He's the best associate we've ever had.
He said he loves his shark for this job.
Somebody give me a shark. I want to see how real it is. I want to see if we can get it done today.
He said he would throw a Sharknado in this building.
Bro, I'm not going to lie, man. I'm about to cry, man. You know, I appreciate that, man. I really do, bro. For real.
No, man.
Really do.
What I heard you was like you moved on to do stand-up comedy like right after that. Like that's all I heard, right? You was like, all right, Big Tom left the job. They said Big Tom doing stand-up comedy. And I was just like, I'm a fan. I followed on Instagram immediately. I was telling everybody else, I said, yo, the new David Ruffin. Y'all seen?
That's true, though.
That's true, bro.
Immediately, like, as soon as we started this show, he was like, yo, I got this comedian friend. Wow, we got to put him on. Like, yeah.
Fact, instantly. Man. It won't even a question. I just knew you was funny, bro. Yeah. Like, I just knew you was going to be successful. I don't care. You could have bombed 400 times, and I would have been like, but one day, that's the new Cat Williams. That's the new Kevin right there. That's the new Dave Chappelle. Y'all looking at him, bro. He making it.
He's gonna make me cry, man. I might have to leave early, bro.
You made 200 people laugh, messing around. Like you weren't even trying, bro. You weren't even trying, and 200 people who didn't know you was crying, laughing.
But I will say this though, like to hear the progression of him not trying and then failing and then being like, I gotta hone my craft. That's dope. Because some people just be like, well, fuck, I'm not that funny.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna bring it full circle. You know, it's crazy he says that.
Yeah.
But little do he know, I used to be laughing at him. I used to think you was one of the funniest guys at the job. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even the crazy thing. I'm not lying, bro. Dead serious.
Out to humble each
other. At the when we used to be in the dock. Why you think I used to always come and try to find you, bro?
Yeah.
Because I knew I could get a laugh. You know what I'm saying? I knew I could go mess with somebody and try to make somebody laugh. But when I needed a laugh, I know the people I can go to. And you was one of those people I can go to and get a laugh, bro. And that's real. And I appreciate that love.
That's
I
true
do
now.
be trying, bro. Yeah, I do. Yeah,
but look, man, I'm not gonna keep repeating myself, you know. And this is the last time I'm gonna say it, bro. And you gonna have to take it. So whenever you ready, I'm ready. You know. I can get you on stage in the next 2 weeks.
I mean,
Yo,
yeah, we should take the show on the road.
Yo, all right.
One thing about it, bro, you keep being one thing about it is your dream, bro.
I mean,
And you already failed because you're not trying.
Let me tell the audience something, cause y'all
You can't fail.
deep.
You can't
Y'all
fail.
playing me.
You can't fail if you tried, bro.
I'm gonna talk to y'all, cause they ain't they coming down on a brother, and I'm sweating. I've been drinking.
You took 2 sips.
I know, right?
that nasty combination of shit. Oh, God.
Yeah, and let me tell you, the Hennessy had an extra kick.
Why would you do that to yourself?
And man, and look, man, we all depressed sometimes. we
I'm weak.
you gotta, whatever it take to keep you up. So I'm gonna tell the audience, listen.
Man.
I have considered taking the show on the road. We gotta. I want to progress it. I want to move it forward. I want to go to a whole new level. So with the guests we've had on the show, a couple things have happened since our first episode, and I haven't even let you guys know what's up. So we've had former guests go on to do like radio interviews and press tours, right? And it's a big deal because we became part of that press tour, and that's what's up for a show. We're a fledgling show. It's still under a year, and we're doing numbers like that. Like we're pulling guests and interests of people who require a press tour, which is already a big deal. Like people who getting sponsorship deals from major corporations. Wow. Like we're there, right? I got recognized yesterday. Wow. From the podcast, not from anything else in my life.
I'm so happy about that too.
Because it's never happened to me, but I didn't think we were there yet. Because like I said, we haven't even had a full year yet. We only got like 6 subscribers on YouTube, which means one of the 60 saw me, right, and said, "Yo," and this is not a direct quote because he said some things like y'all know I'm cuss on the show, but he was like, "Yo, you the brother from Herbsurdity." Now, the show is Herbsurdity, right? But I've noticed a lot of y'all call it Herbsurdity. One, because it's hard to pronounce apparently. Two, y'all think you got a ring to it. That's cool. Y'all say whatever. I don't care as long as y'all watching.
Same.
As long as y'all tuned in, I do not care. So for all those who got it faved on Spotify,
and subscribing on YouTube too.
Subscribing on YouTube and you say it's your favorite podcast or you just told me you could not skip the episode or you had to watch the whole thing in one sitting. For all of y'all, right? All the people we talked about on the show, Serge,
Bishop,
like right,
Arthur,
Goofy Arthur, bro. I was just on the phone with him earlier. So for all of y'all, let me know in the comment section. Monique, you especially, right? Let me know somewhere. See me in person, put it in the comment section. I don't care. My brother LJ, you too, bro. Like, let me know what y'all want us to do. I want to know some feedback. Y'all really want me to go out here and try this dream? Let me know. If y'all think I ain't funny enough, let me know, because I'm still probably gonna do it anyway.
I mean, you should. This whole show is built around you, dog.
No, we humbling right now. We got a whole guest here.
We're not about to have a humble.
But
I'm not on that.
Let me tell you that stuff, bro. That's cool. They're gonna give you the feedback. One thing about it, I always tell my friends, tell me the truth. Like if I do stand up, tell me the truth. You know what I'm saying? Did I do good? Like what was it? Thursday I did stand up. I bombed. So friends tell me, yeah, I wouldn't have done. Tell me the truth. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you the truth. Look, man, this your dream. This ain't theirs. You know what I'm saying? Well, the people, one thing I keep telling you, people going for. I had people tell me I was not funny. That they don't see me doing stand up, and I could not do stand up. A month ago, I was in Phoenix in front of a whole crowd I never met in my life, and had everyone in them in there laughing.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's a whole nother state, bro. That's what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying? And you know how that felt to me, and all that stuff just came back. Never ever let somebody else tell you what you can and cannot do. Because at the end of the day, the only person got to believe in you is you, bro.
That's true.
And if you don't believe in yourself, then you already lost, bro.
They also not going to cash them checks that we might get if we do the show on the road. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
We going to be cashing them checks.
Man, look, man. You
Yeah,
got
I'm with it.
I'm going to tell you this, bro. you can be on stage. One thing about it, one thing I feel like my talent is I know comedy, bro. I might not have all the material. My thing, I can't come up with a lot of material, but I know it's funny. And what I'm telling you, looking at you right now, I can see a packed house, and you on stage. And I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying? But it's just something you got to want for yourself, bro. And like I said, I'm here, so I'm not gonna say it again. He know what to do, you know. And that's what I'm gonna say about that.
Yeah, y'all ain't interviewing me.
No, dog.
We get back to the big time
we
interview.
just talk. Oh, I mean, go ahead. I mean, hey,
y'all playing me right
hey,
now.
look, I got stories for days. It don't matter, but you know, it's just being real. You know.
Oh, look, I got an FTW. Hold on, what's up?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, I didn't know if you had a question out the way because I was gonna do my ranking, but you can go ahead and do.
No. We'll get there because the ranking for this comedy episode is very important because I do want to know the answer because it's gonna matter when I do this FTW and then we're gonna get to see why.
All
right? Because the FTW is very comedy related. Recently, there was a video that got released with Cat Williams wearing a giant fur coat, like he had about 45 chinchillas. Strapped to his back. Now, for everybody else, that's about the size of a necktie. But for him, that was a full-size trench coat, right?
It's a very tiny man.
Sitting in front of a private jet. It might have been Fisher Price. I'm not sure.
Don't do that.
Because he's a little fella. But it was a private jet, right? I don't have one, so I can respect that man for having one. He doing big things. He called out Kevin Hart and said, Kevin Hart, you are not funnier than me. This is what it is, and I'll put money on it. And he said something with an M on the end. And, like, I don't make bets like that because I don't have an M to address. And like, because if I had 1 million, I'm not betting the whole thing because then I'm gonna be broke later.
I don't think we're doing this show if you had a million.
You got to have more than you got to have.
I'll be on the island doing this show.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be inviting you to Bahamas. I'm
gonna fly you out next week, bro.
The show's called Her Millions at that point.
Hey, look, speaking to existence, brother.
But go ahead, man.
So, FTW, right? In that comedic standoff between Cat Williams and Kevin Hart. Mm-hmm. Who taking the W? Who doing it?
Come on, man. Is this even a question? Oh, yeah. Come on, man. Cat Williams.
Yo, yeah, thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
Let me tell you something, and I'm not, one thing, like I said, I always speak things ahead in existence. I'm not there yet, but I'm going to be. But, so, in my opinion, might not even, you know what I'm saying? Because these big-time comedians. But one thing about it, man, I used to love Kevin Hart. Old Kevin Hart. I'm talking about soul playing Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart was so funny, just naturally funny. You know what I'm saying?
First two.
Then he he started getting that money. Kevin Hart last 3 stand-ups. The last one, the zero whatever given, garbage. The one before that, if I had paid $100 and took my girl to see that, I would have wanted to fight Kevin Hart after the show, bro.
Your facts.
Is that the one?
That mess was garbage.
The gun compartment joke.
Yes.
In the house. That's the best one.
Yeah, that's the best.
If I
joke
paid
$100.
One thing about it, as a comedian, you should take pride in your jokes, and you could. And people, I'm doing these open mics for free, and I still take pride. If I got a whole stadium and people done paid $100, I'm not giving that garbage out, bro. No. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. And Cat Williams is right. You could talk about this stuff. Just be funny. You should not be. It's like, to me, Kevin Hart just threw away the stand. I'm getting this much money off movies and stuff. Stand-up don't matter. That last stand-up to me was like a slap in my face as a stand-up comedian.
I think he's too big to fail now in that regard.
Yo, he ain't relatable no more than nobody. He lost his original audience.
But the thing is, you could talk about how you grew with your kids and stuff. Like I was watching. You just got to be funny, bro.
Yeah.
It wasn't funny, bro.
The same thing happened to Chance though.
Chance,
like the rapper, like he stopped being relatable.
He got too big and
he might stop being relatable to you.
Maybe.
He might be relatable to him since he married, because that last album was more married. Me and you, I don't got no wife. Oh, you know what I'm saying?
No, I loved it though. I loved the album, but like
to me and you, I mean, that's not my album I get in the car and put in. Yeah. But since he's married, he might be. I'm feeling this, man. This is,
Yo, where you? So I didn't hate it, but I think it was the great. No, I didn't think it was the greatest. No, so Big Tom is right though. I found something to relate to in it, but at the same time, if Chance just if he wants to go that route, just become like a Christian rapper. just call yourself, because it's weird to still talk about Chicago independent. It's like where he began.
Yeah.
It's not where he's at now.
Yeah.
It's like two separate rappers all together. His flow is different. It's like everything's different. His style's different. It's almost like either he had a ghostwriter before, but I'm pretty sure he was too broke. So it was probably like him writing the rhymes before, and now I feel like he got a ghostwriter now or something. Like it doesn't feel like him anymore. It's a separate voice.
It was unique back then.
Kanye influence, probably.
It was unique.
That Kanye influence is definitely a thing.
So I didn't even think about that. That might be real. Because Kanye started tripping, R.I.P. to his mother. But as soon as his mother passed away, he started tripping. And the whole black community know it. I don't know if white people know it. Any white people watching, Kanye West's mother had a big influence on his life, and then she passed away. And then you got Crazy Kanye that y'all know today. All black people were aware of this, but I'm not sure if the white people were. So.
Yep. But to go back to the Kevin Hart versus Cat Williams.
Yo.
There was a while there though where Kevin really was that guy.
He was.
Yeah.
Like the Cat was in jail a whole
And
lot
he
too.
forgot he forgot what got him to that. It's like he let all that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's-
I think that's what Eddie was worried about though if he kept doing stand up.
Who
Eddie Murphy?
that he wouldn't be funny no more. He
But one
thought
thing about Eddie Murphy, he's funny in movies. To me, Kevin Hart and all these, you get in these movies, but to me, like I said, this is my opinion.
Yeah.
He's not funny in those movies too.
Mm.
Which movie was he funny in? Which one?
The first Ride Along is okay.
It was okay.
It was okay.
Okay.
Jumanji has moments.
Okay.
The first one. I haven't seen the second one.
Look at the level we saying that.
Yeah.
Now let's go with
Jack
Eddie.
Black was funnier in Jumanji than Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
he's not a stand-up comedian.
let's go to Eddie movies. And then are you saying, oh, that was okay? No, you saying that was hilarious.
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying?
As soon as they mentioned another Coming to America, I was just
Come
like,
on.
Very true.
Norbit,
Everybody
that was
was killing
hilarious.
That's why I hope he was gonna bring that up. I fucking hate Norbit.
You hate Norbit.
Those characters are so goddamn annoying.
Oh man, you don't know.
They are insufferable.
I got to lead now. That is a great comedy movie, bro. Great.
It's funny, but it's just like I could not. If you,
And that's when you go into different styles of humor.
it's true.
You see,
I wouldn't choose that movie, though, is what I'm saying.
that comes back to you always. You know what I'm saying? Eddie, he didn't like that. I love that movie. That's my type. You know what I'm saying? Take that. I always remember that, bro.
But I also love Pluto Nash. So if that says anything about me,
I mean, if you like that, then, bro, and you don't, I don't even know. Hey, I like that. Hey, a lot of people don't remember that movie though, bro. That's crazy.
No, it's Eddie Murphy says it's like his biggest regret, but at the same time,
but it's a solid movie.
It's a solid.
And then
as a child,
here's the thing,
Yeah.
and like Luis Guzman's in that joint, and y'all know I got to support Luis.
Look,
So
go
Eddie
ahead.
Murphy has made worse movies than Pluto Nash. People give Pluto Nash a
Yeah.
hard rep, right? And Sergio, if you watching, I want to know your opinion later. Pluto Nash.
He probably thinks it's garbage.
Hey, look, he a cinephile, bro, but that's not the question. The question isn't whether or not he thinks it's a good movie, right? Because I'm not saying it's a good movie. I'm saying I enjoyed it. I can like bad movies.
Yeah.
I can like bad movies. You're allowed to like bad movies.
Pluto Nash was good for his time.
Lethal Weapon 4,
Right.
bad movie, but I like it.
When it came out at that time, you wasn't saying that. Nobody was saying, like, "Oh, this is good. This is a." You know, at that time, you got to realize when it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you got to realize the time we are now.
I mean, they had,
I'm
they
not
had-
watching
They
that.
had Pam Grier in it. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
had
she's
Rosie R.L. Dawson in it, and they had like a scene
funny.
where they like CGI like her boobs and stuff.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Good time.
You know what I'm
Nice.
saying? There's a robot that was putting out ginormous guns from both sides of his jacket
for no reason.
for no reason, just to look cool.
I thought that I was the proper age to think that was hilarious. Like, yeah. I was at the right age for Pluto Nash, bro. I was at the my taste palette was mad different, and I accepted that movie. It's true.
Yeah.
But Eddie Murphy has done worse, and he's done a lot better. But all right, so I got my FTW out of the way, but I got so my absurd questions probably aren't going to be as absurd because, like I said, I'm really into this comedy thing. So I gotta know some hard hitting questions, right? All right. So the first thing is we discussed like what you needed to start like garnering success in your craft, right? What's one thing you wish you would have left out of your comedy progression? Like, what's the one thing in your evolution, right, that you wish you would have just like, I would have skipped that whole phase if I had the chance? Like, what's that moment you would have left behind?
Giving up.
Ooh.
How long was that period?
2 years.
Oh.
Yeah.
Basically gave up on it.
Okay.
But in all, you know,
It worked out though.
One thing I can say, I don't know anything I can say now, like I take out, because I feel like everything you go through just makes it even better, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know now. So I take that back. So I wouldn't really take nothing, because everything I went through got me to this point now where I know. Like I told you, I did bad at a show Thursday.
Right.
2017, me would have stopped. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm back at it next week.
Yeah.
You know? So I learned from that. I learned from not, you know what I'm saying? So I really, I don't know if I can answer. I wouldn't say nothing, because everything is formed. You know what I'm saying? You learn, like, everything I went through with this comedy thing, I need it. You know what I'm saying? For me to do where I'm at right, I need it. I needed that. You know what I'm saying? I needed to not hear those laughs. I needed to, realize, why did I take that break? You know, I needed to realize, I'm not doing enough right now. You know? I needed that.
The next question, right? So I always say it's part one and part two, but this time they're not necessarily part one and part twos. They just, I had two things born in my mind for like a minute, and I gotta get them out. So the second one, when relating to your comedic inspirations, right? Because we haven't even discussed who your comedic inspirations are, right? Which we're going to get to on some Alex type questions. But when relating to them, right? What's the one thing you wish you would have thought of first, bro? Like, when you see it, you be like, dang, I wish I invented that. I wish I
like jokes?
jokes, a style, a format, any.
Man.
If you know,
Man,
talking about Bruce and them Bruce suits. Bro,
Man,
I wish I would have had a Bruce suit when I was born. I wish I was born into a Bruce suit.
One thing I wish I came up with first is classic, man. That Bernie Mac Def Jam performance. When he came out there with his face on his pants and he had the music on cue. Kick it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, every time I watched it, I said, dang, man. Oh, my God, I wish I could have came up with that.
That was a classic.
That was classic, man. Classic.
Man.
It's a lot of stuff I'll be like, dang, I wish you know what I'm saying? I came up with that. But that one right there, I always like, dang. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of inspired me to eventually get a joke where I have music on deck with it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
The best one to me, though, is the Hustling Cat Williams, though.
Oh, man, that one. Oh, man, that one too, man.
That one is great.
That was perfect.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
I know how y'all know a comedy set good with somebody just referencing and you start laughing.
Yeah.
They
Facts.
ain't telling no jokes from
But
it.
it was so dope. They
That
put it in
Hustling
Grand
one
Theft Auto.
That Hustling Jay was,
Like, I would go to the comedy club in Grand Theft Auto just to watch that joke.
man.
Yo, it was a good joke, bro.
That mess was that one. And I remember on Def Jam, used to be JB Smooth had a bit on there too, and he had this song playing or whatever, and he was saying like, dang, you could do all, just like kind of like how Cat Williams, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was like, this something you can count your food stamps to, you know, back then you had to count, you know what I'm saying? And it was just hilarious, you know what I'm saying? And then it's one. I'll give you one more joke. I don't even know if people remember that Cedric the Entertainer had, you know what I'm saying, when he said how black people black
Park
people
the
just
Station?
not that one.
Oh.
When black people just run. You know what I'm saying? He was like, they don't even got to know what's going on. One black person can get up and run right now. Everybody start running. I said, man. And that's what I'm trying to get to, because those jokes like that are priceless, because they automatically hit with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They automatically hit with you. Like when he said that, you already know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't no explaining to that joke. As soon as he said that first line, you know.
Yeah,
and that's
I
where
run
I
right
want to
now.
get at. Yeah.
If
I get up and run right now, you gonna run.
Exactly.
Basically,
Yo,
you know what I'm
it's
saying?
so
That's
true.
classic, man. And for real, you can go ahead with
No, bro.
That's all. That's the only one.
That's the one where he slipped, right?
Yeah.
'Cause he got up and he was like,
Yeah.
my whole left side. It made the joke so much better.
That
Right.
mess was funny, bro. Hilarious, bro.
I was like, hey, look, man, I really do. I keep bits at like And you've been talking about bombing, and like, so for those who may not be as deep into the meta of stand-up comedy as I am, Dave Chappelle has a stand-up comedy, like, I don't even want to call it special. So you go on YouTube, you'll find it. It's Dave Chappelle at a comedy club. It's over an hour long. And so what happens is he's in New York, and this is after he went missing from the Chappelle show. Like, he came back after everything. He was thinking about quitting stand-up comedy because he was like, the show made him too big that people would just shout out jokes he's already made to him while he's performing instead of just listening to the new jokes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And like it was becoming so frustrating that he lost what he loved about it. Yeah. He loved comedy, and they tried to take it from him, basically. Like, and he felt like, all right, well, clearly people missed the point of what I was doing on the show. Let me do something else, right? Because he wanted to just go back to doing like that stage stuff. Like, he loved it, and he was missing it. So he was like I say, he was missing. People ain't seen Chappelle in a minute, and he was in a comedy club in New York, and like. He had just started doing, and he was like, yeah, I'm bombing. He kept saying that. But keep in mind, the comedy club had closed. It's like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, whatever, and people won't leave. They won't. They're from out of town. They're from another country. They won't leave. They won't go back to their hotel. The train about to stop running. They don't care. Like, people can't get back to their hotel room. They don't care. They can't leave Chappelle, bro. Like, he just won't. And like, new people are coming in. They see him on a little TV screen. So for those who haven't been in like New York, some comedy clubs like Cellar or whatever, like the big name comedy clubs, they still small, but there's a TV screen, and they'll show you what comedians on stage. So when you walking past, you'll like, I seen my man's on TV. Like, I'm gonna go downstairs and check it out. So people saw Dave Chappelle face, they're like, this can't be today. This ain't live. This ain't real. And they go downstairs, check it out, and boom, there's Dave Chappelle smoking on stage like Dave Chappelle do. He allowed to smoke on stage as part of his comedy act. Yeah. And legally he could do it, so he makes sure he does it every time because, you know, he want to prove a point. Yeah. So he's down there, he's smoking, he's talking about eating sushi, whatever, and like, and he starts talking about bombing and what it feels like to bomb and how you can learn so much from it, right? Because like, that's where you learn what's working and what's not working, right? Yeah. And the thing is, like, I don't want to have, bro. Like, it was supposed to do a 5-minute set. And the joint was supposed to close, and they just didn't because they were waiting on Dave Chappelle to figure out what he was going to do. And he just kept going. And he told him, he was like, I just want to see how long I can keep y'all here. So I'm going to keep talking, and I'm going to keep coming up with new material on the fly to see if I can keep y'all sitting around long enough. Wow. Y'all just won't give up on me. Right? He said, y'all feel free to go home, walk out. Yeah. I want to try to walk the whole room. Yeah. He wanted to see if he could get to the point where people got tired of laughing at him, right? That they would just all walk out of the room and leave, and he'd be the last person standing there. Because and he didn't say it, but I feel like what that was him trying to justify to himself, how funny am I really? What do people think of me really? Because he couldn't walk them. He couldn't walk the whole room. He couldn't do it. He tried. People were like, man, I got to go home. I'm tired. I'm falling asleep. I got to go. You know what I'm saying? And people would leave, but he couldn't get everybody out. It was still big groups of people because he was still talking to them. You could hear him. They were just like talking back full of conversation. They refused to leave.
I mean, he's a captivating dude.
He is. Yeah. And he captivated the room like hours into it, and they would not go nowhere. They steadfast, straight, like, yeah, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'm coming right back, Dave. Don't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Stay here so Dave Chappelle won't leave until I come back. Like, we like, they was stubborn together. Like, we gonna fight this out. I'm going to stare into his eyes while he telling jokes until he pass out from exhaustion. Like, this is what's up. This might be the last time he on stage. I'm going to see it. You know what I'm saying? And that crazy. I respect that. And that's why they say Dave is the best. Man. I want to get that good. I want to get so good people refuse to stop hearing me tell jokes, bro.
Gotta get on stage
That's
first.
True. Yeah. All right. With that being said, though, who you got as your top 5?
Top 5.
Is Dave one?
Oh man. You want it in order or just any order?
Wherever you want to go.
Yeah.
Which one you want?
We ain't gonna force an order. We ain't gonna force an order.
We ain't gonna force no order. Where do I start? Chris Tucker.
All right, that's one.
Definitely influence. Martin Lawrence is. We're gonna go ahead and put that. We ain't doing no order, but Martin
No, I'm
Lawrence.
just counting them out.
Martin Lawrence is number one. And Martin Lawrence is a huge influence with me. Is huge. You know what I'm saying? Huge. Number one.
He got banned from SNL and they unbanned him because he was too funny.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's.
I didn't know that. I had read that, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Yo, that happened."
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
His jokes are too raunchy.
Regardless, Martin.
All right.
He that's what got me wanting to do. So
Is Chris
what I
Tucker
got,
still
Chris.
in
Yeah.
Okay, so them two.
Got Martin, Chris Tucker.
Okay.
Got, of course, Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle's in my 5.
All right. We got 3 now.
We got 3. Of course, Eddie Murphy.
Okay, 4.
Eddie Murphy, stand up, and then a lot of people not gonna like this, bro, but Steve Harvey.
Oh, that's solid. That's solid.
Hey,
Because my favorite joke is that Mike Tyson.
Yeah, the eye.
Yeah.
The one, yeah. Steve Harvey,
Look at
man.
him in his big mouth, but no. Then I saw his fist coming to me, and I screamed, "Ah!"
Steve Harvey, I like old Steve Harvey style. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not like, well, one thing about my comedy is
Yeah.
like I don't cuss.
Yeah.
I don't cuss at all. You know, I don't even cuss like when I'm talking. You know what I'm saying? I talk about sex and stuff like that on stage, but being a comedian and not cussing,
Yeah.
man. Let me tell you something, bro.
It's a thing.
The jokes I have,
Yeah.
and the jokes I got on my phone,
Yeah.
some of them I can't do because if I do it, it will only be funny if I cuss. And it's so crazy, bro. I got jokes that'll be 2 times funnier than when I say it if I could cuss. But staying true to myself, bro.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, but that is my 5.
Okay.
You know, and I mean, I can give you the top 10 if that's what you want.
Oh no, go ahead. Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
get it in.
I want to get Herb's comedies.
Go
Comedians too.
ahead, yeah. I want to hear that.
Oh, all right. So y'all might not even understand it fully, but because I got some white folk in there. I ain't gonna tell you. I'm all
No, that's
over
fine.
the place.
I think I got like one white person, man.
So Mike Birbiglia, right?
Okay.
I seen Mike Birbiglia live, but he was already one of my favorites before that. He had a special called Two Drink Mike back in the day in his early career. And I want to tell you, I listened to that joint on repeat, word for word. Like I memorized it. You know what I'm saying? And so when I finally met him in person, which is crazy because I never thought, to me, he was so big, I never thought you could meet these comedians in person, right? There's some people that's just too big. I never thought I'd encounter him. He was in like Fault in Our Stars recently when I saw him and stuff, like, major motion pictures and stuff. So, but he talked to me for a bit. It was crazy. Wow. And I told him, I said, hey, yo, Two Drink Mike was one of my, that's like what I went to bed to, dreaming about being a comedian. And he was just like, the first person that's ever come to me after a show and don't even remember that special. And I was just like, brother, so he signed a poster for me. And I pieced out, but I was just like, man, Mike Birbiglia is like, this dude is hilarious. Like he's the first comedian I ever heard who was white who commented on the fact that black people make jokes about the way white people sound and how he was offended, right? But while sounding like one of those impressions. Like, that was hilarious. That's very meta. He's just like, why you say why black comedians always make white people sound like British detectives? That's like, that was on the Two Drink Mike special. But
that's one right there.
Yo, all right, so Gary Owen, right? Okay. He was San Francisco's funniest black comedian for a while, even though he's a white man. So
he definitely can come to the barbecue.
I like.
Yo, he doesn't have white fans. He said it himself. He was like, if I got any white fans, y'all let me know who y'all are because I never seen you on my shows, right? Like that's real talk. But I'm also putting Chappelle's. He got to be in there. Like his knowledge of comedy as a whole, it's like he's a lord keeper of comedy. Like he understands comedy to its fullest. Listen to him is like when you listen to a professor talk about a dissertation of comedy. Like it's like every time he gives me an essay on what comedy's supposed to be, and I'm for it. Like I could watch a documentary on Dave Chappelle talking about writing a joke, and that shit would be. And I haven't cussed on the show in like forever, and I just cussed on the show. Dave Chappelle is serious to me, bro. Like he be giving me hope for the future of the world.
Okay. That's 3.
Yo, yeah. All right, so.
Hope for the future of the world. That's a lot to put on Dave Chappelle.
Yo, it is, bro, but he doing it.
So aggressive about it.
Bruce. I think
Okay.
Bruce is underrated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love Bruce.
Wait a minute. Big Bruce or little Bruce?
Big Bruce.
Side note on the Bruce, man.
Yeah.
Bruce, funny story. I was in Atlanta airport. You should just go there just to meet people. You know what I'm saying? Get 'em.
Yeah, I bet.
I've been to Atlanta Airport.
Yeah.
I've been there.
So I went to Atlanta airport, man. This is like this was like 2 years ago, maybe 2018. And I'm walking through Atlanta airport, and I see this guy sitting, just chilling. Nobody's around him. And I look, I walk past him. I'm like, I know I'm not tripping, bro. I know that's Bruce right there. So I turn around, circle back like a cornball, you know what I'm saying? And act like I forgot something. Walk, hey, Bruce, what's going on? Like, I know I ain't tripping, and you just cool as can be. And he's talking to me or whatever, and I was like, yeah, man, you gonna see me one day with this comedy thing. And I shook his hand, and anybody know me, I always had like a firm handshake. And back to you, like spacing out, right? And he was like, dang, young man, what, you in the army or something like that? And me just being a huge fan, I'm like, yeah, man, something like that. You know what I'm saying? But I have never been in the army a day in my life. And I don't know why I just told Bruce I was in the army. You know what I'm saying?
Thank God. Because, like, that whole I'll fight a shark for this army.
yeah. And it was just a moment. I was like, I guess I'm in the army now. You know what I'm saying? So, Bruce, man. I love Bruce, man. That's a good one.
Hey, Bruce, if you ever listen to this, for some reason, Big Tom is not really in the army. But
he liked my. But I'll never forget. I commented. I'm gonna keep doing it too, because I commented on this page one time. I said, man, I met you in the airport. I said, man, let me open up for you one day. I just put this long message. Let me open up for you one day. I'll pay my way. I don't need nobody. I'll fly myself out. Just let me open up anytime. This man Bruce just gonna like the comment, man.
Oh,
he just liked it. You know that it was like
Bruce.
You know what I'm saying? It was like
don't play.
Yeah. I'll never forget that. That's it, man. Come on, man. I thought I was gonna get a reply, but I'm with you on that, Bruce. Bruce, very, very underrated. Underrated, very underrated.
He's just always funny. Like, you know, you ever see somebody in an interview and they're not actually supposed to be doing stand up right now. Like, they're not supposed to be doing bits. Bruce can't help himself.
Yeah.
What's
his name? Tracy Morgan like that.
Yeah,
Man.
Tracy Morgan always doing it. He ordered food at a drive-through and he make it a bit. Like, he can't stop himself. Yeah. They told him, you might be a vegetable, you might be in a coma. He came out and said, y'all really think I ain't gonna wake up? Like, he just couldn't. He couldn't wait to make it a bit.
Why is that so good?
Because I practice my Tracy Morgan when I'm doing my Donald Glover, bro. Like
Bruce definitely underrated comic.
Yeah. You was at 4.
No, I was, because I was sitting there thinking about whether or not I was going to add Tom Segura or George Lopez, right? Because
George Lopez, man.
Tom Segura got this joke about meeting Bruce in the Atlanta airport.
Wow. Wow.
And it's hilarious, right? And it made me start thinking about Tom Segura and how much I love Tom Segura. Like, I've never watched a Tom Segura bit and I didn't laugh, like, out loud, like, spitting on myself.
Yeah.
But I seen George Lopez live, and, like, he's still funny. Yeah. So it's harder to watch. This is like we talk about Kevin Hart. Like, you watch a comedian grow older and get more and more famous, and you worry that they're going to forget how to hone their craft and still be funny to you in the same capacity, right? And so, like, even after the Latin Kings of Comedy, even after the George Lopez show, even after George Lopez was getting mad old and he got 15 specials under his belt, and he did the Down and Brown tour when Charlie Murphy was still alive.
Come on now. Yeah. Come on now.
I went and saw the Down and Brown, so it was Charlie Murphy. It was Cedric the Interchanger.
Come on now.
D.L. Hughley and George Lopez, right? So it was the Kings of Comedy and the Latin Kings of Comedy merged. That's what it felt like, right?
I'm mad I missed that, by the way.
Yo, it was so good. And Charlie Murphy killed it, by the way. And I had watched Charlie Murphy early in his stand-up career, and he was not funny. And I was just like, yo, Charlie need work, right? Because it's weird, because I'll laugh at him in a movie or something on TV, but I can't. His stand-up wasn't hidden. And then I saw him in person, and he was, when I tell you people was dying, bro, I was crying, and I was like, yo, Charlie Murphy is funny. What is happening? Hilarious. Then he passed away, like, right after that. I'm like, yo, I'm so happy I got to see that before he was gone. And, but then, like, I was curious, like, how's George Lopez gonna be a fit for these guys, right? Because it's essentially he was taking over for Steve, and Charlie was taking over for Bernie because Bernie was gone, but it was the same. It was the same. You could tell, right, that it was the same promotion, same setup. Like, they were still trying to do Kings of Comedy type stuff, and how to fuse it together. And I think George Lopez did such a great job bringing everybody together and like making his presence known on stage where it was. Like you knew that crowd was gonna be 90% black. Right, and then that 10% was me. It was the black and brown. Like it was just like they were like, "Yo," like George Lopez came for me specifically. Like, I'm here, young brother. Don't worry.
Yeah, I got you.
Don't worry. We still got some Latinos up in here. Don't ever forget yourself. And I'm like, I appreciate it.
I'm surprised y'all didn't put Patrice O'Neal in y'all top 5.
Yo, so let me tell you something. Patrice O'Neal is always gonna be my favorite comedian
He's a
of all time.
Yeah.
Right. I don't put him in any rankings. Right. Because there's no comparison to Patrice O'Neal for me.
That's fair.
I laughed at everything Patrice O'Neal's ever said in my life. You know how you show people stuff?
Yeah.
From somewhere else, just seeing if they gonna have the same reaction as you.
Yeah.
Like I'll show my wife stuff from Patrice O'Neal talking about how women got to get up out his face. Right, like just knowing it's gonna be like a problem,
yeah.
Right, because she a huge feminist. Like she ain't taking no stuff.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? She's not gonna bow down to no man. That's not happening. Right. And I'll just be like, yo, but this is so funny.
But how he says it is hilarious.
It's too hilarious. It's a whole bit he used to do about his girl making a sound like she just want to spend too much time with him.
Yeah.
But she make the time uncomfortable because she want to have the blinds up because it's too dark while he watching baseball. She got the TV turned down because while you want to listen to it so loud, he can't. So now he can't hear it. He can't see the TV. Can't hear the TV. Got a dry sandwich with like bean sprouts and stuff on it. And no type of condiments and no meat. Right, like. And then she want to cuddle, so her legs on top of his legs, and then his legs is falling. So how uncomfortable he is. But he just do it anyway because she there. You know what I'm saying? And so I played that bit for her, and the whole time I'm looking like this, like you hear this, right? Like I'm laughing, right? And she's just like, so what you trying to say? You don't spend no time with me? I said you ain't understand the bit, obviously, because he still spent time with her, even though that was the most uncomfortable experience he ever had, right? And so anytime she started acting funny in the house, I'm like, you not gonna spend time with me? I just was like, oh, all right. And I just play it on speakerphone like real loud. I just slide it over like,
bro,
let her know what's up. Like
my barber told me a story about how his girl looked through his phone and he ended up marrying her, but he left immediately. He just took all his stuff and left as soon as she looked through his phone. And like, I don't want to ruin the story. But he was like, nah, that's it. It's a wrap. I'm about to go get this U-Haul. I'll be back. And he did.
Oh, he knew what time it was.
Yeah.
One thing about women, man, I don't care, man. You could live with a woman because she'll say you don't spend enough time with her.
Yo, that's what I'm saying.
Like, bro, I live here. This is where my time is spent. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't doing nothing else.
That's one thing I think we'll never understand, bro.
Yeah. Like we sleep in the same room,
yeah,
in the
like,
same bed. Like
you get more hours of me than you know, like
yeah, you get hours of me when I'm not even conscious.
Exactly, bro.
You see me when I'm asleep,
just staring.
Yeah, I'm like,
I wake up just looking at me.
We'll never get that, man. We'll never get that, but.
Never, bro.
Let me do my top 5 real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna put Patrice O'Neal in my top 5 though.
That's a solid pick, man.
He beyond it, man.
Yeah,
I'm trying to tell you.
It's
the man funny beyond the grave.
No, that's fair. No, Dave Chappelle is right after him. Bernie. I'm gonna say, I had a white dude and I can't think of his name now. I lost it. Chris Rock. How many is that?
That's 4 unless you include the unnamed white man.
I'm trying to think of it.
Bill Burr?
No. Yes.
Oh, Bill Burr is hilarious.
It actually is Bill Burr. Thank you, sir.
Hilarious, man.
Bill is hilarious.
One comedian, well, he's more of a comedic actor, but one comedian I would say definitely is like right there. But when I look at Martin, and he's right there. Adam Sandler, man.
Yes.
Adam Sandler is my favorite. My goal, like when I get everything, when we all get successful in this, man, my goal is to follow a similar blueprint as Adam Sandler, man. Adam Sandler took all his friends and put them on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
And it's just
in every movie.
Once I get whenever this kicks off, and whenever I do my movies, say like this and that, you know, instead of having a hey, we need to cast this part, you know, I know exactly. You know who I would come to? I would come to you, and I come to you. people that I know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not. No, ain't no. I know
Yeah.
you can do it. I know who can. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what I love that about Adam Sandler. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Love
Kevin
that.
James, that man a whole lot.
Oh man,
Facts,
Kevin, yes,
bro.
He
King of
funny.
Queens.
Yeah.
King of Queens is an underrated show, man. Comedy show, man.
Yo, it is, man.
I can watch that for hours.
Two things. Well, Chris Farley passing away and Adam
Oh,
Sandler.
Yeah.
That's
Mike
what
Myers
Kevin
too, because Mike Myers only got half his role since Chris Farley wasn't around. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, no.
Chris
Yeah.
Farley was man.
That's crazy.
Chris Farley would have been.
Chris
the
Farley is supposed to be Shrek.
You know, we don't talk about Bill Murray as a comedian enough. Like, not even like a stand-up, but just as like a funny dude.
Facts.
That's Bill Murray.
Yeah.
He's definitely funny.
Yeah.
He's hilarious.
Let me
And like a weird kind
let
of
me redirect that. Let me ask y'all two right now. New comedians, top 5.
Chico Bean is one.
I like Chico.
Chico's hilarious.
It's not new though.
He's
He's new.
newish.
He's new. That's
newish.
new. I would consider that new.
He's new school.
All right.
No, remember everybody we named? That wasn't. They've
No,
been out
yeah,
since
yeah,
like the
that's true.
'90s.
That's
They're new. Your top 5 new comedians,
Man,
upcoming.
I'm out the game a little bit on comedy.
Emily Padravsky. I like her.
Oh, okay. What's his name? He's not really new either, but Mikey Day is hilarious.
Mikey is funny.
Yeah,
But I wouldn't consider him new. I mean,
I know.
nah, that's not new. Mikey been out since like 05.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Because like the Wild and Out folks now is pretty much the dudes that I like pay attention to.
Yeah, Carlos. DC is hilarious.
I don't like DC that much.
But see, let me tell you something about DC Young Fly. I was like you. I was like, man, DC Young Fly is not funny, bro.
He's funny
All he
as
do is
dog.
come out and just talk about being. He don't even have a set.
Yeah.
And then I actually went, and I used to always tell people that. I actually went and looked at a set of DC Young Fly.
Yeah.
And DC Young Fly has material. He has material. Just go back to your question that I look at like, dang, I wish I would have came up with that. That's good.
Yeah.
Like, actually sit down and watch his set.
Yeah.
And for me, now that I'm back on stage and I see this, for you to be able to come out and you've been on stage for 30 minutes and you ain't touched not one joke of your set yet, just from asking what you do and making a joke from that and letting the air is a talent that
Yeah.
is a huge talent. Bro.
He's the new DL Hughley.
No.
Yes, sir.
Did he used to do that though?
Yo, so
Oh,
this
think?
I do think because all right, listen, DL Hughley got
political
big.
now,
He got
though.
no, I'm talking about early DL Hughley.
Early DL Hughley, he didn't get enough credit. I give you that, but
It was roast and crowd interaction,
Yeah.
and that's DC Young
His jokes
Fly.
is too
I
fast.
give you that.
That's why DL didn't
That's
get
what
no.
got him big.
Yeah, but DL didn't get no credit because his jokes is too fast.
but to me,
My mom
DC
don't
Young
like
Fly is funnier than DL.
Okay,
With the crowd, with the crowd work.
I can consent to that. Yeah,
With the crowd work,
Yeah.
it's, you know what I'm saying? Because to me, DC Young Fly, one thing about comedy, he has that energy.
Yeah.
yo,
You know,
and
that
he knows his
ceiling- that
audience,
ceiling,
man.
that energy.
He's
One thing, yeah,
Chris Tucker and DL put together, if
See?
anything.
is that and when you come out with that. And one thing, when people told me like I might not have the funniest jokes, I might not have a lot of material.
Yeah.
But one thing when I ask my friends, one thing they'll say that it's common with each person I ask, they would be like, "Well, your energy is there."
Yo, it's so high.
You know what I'm saying?
Your
The
energy is crazy.
So that's and I really appreciate that, and I try to focus in on that because I never really got when people told me that, and I'm like, okay, they don't really say, "Oh, you're hilarious." It was like, bro, your energy, man. I love the energy, love the energy. So I'm like, where I'm at now is like trying to focus in on that. Like, how can I make this energy?
some Donnell Jones energy. Like,
Yeah,
it's-
yeah, you know what I'm
it's
saying.
crazy. Like, it's right.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I love Donnell Jones.
I think
Alex Sadiq is
Underrated.
yeah, he underrated, bro. Like I think it's because he spent all that time in prison that held back his career. But then again, he didn't even know he wanted a career in comedy until he got to prison. So like, it come to show you never know where you're gonna be in life before you figure out what you actually want, like how to be successful at it.
Facts.
But that man is like he ain't missed yet. Like,
His
every
prison
time he
bit.
puts something
His
out,
prison
it's hilarious.
bit. Did you hear that?
Yeah, yo, like it kills me every
When
time.
he
man.
said the
Like,
Mexicans got boots on.
Yeah,
That Jay was hilarious.
like he the type that like
Oh,
I'll
shoot.
watch the same bit like 4-5 times in a row because I'm like, yo, let me see if I'm still laughing at this 10 minutes later. And I'm still laughing, bro.
facts.
Him eating mushrooms, ridiculous.
Twins. I can't think of their
The
name.
Lucas brothers.
Yeah.
They got a cartoon and everything. Now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Lucas
solid
brothers.
too. They solid.
Wyatt Cenac.
I wanted to ask y'all, do you like the way the comedy is going now with Instagram?
So Country Boy Wayne, right?
I love Country Wayne.
Like,
I love Country Wayne.
Ha Davis is hilarious, by the way.
yo,
See, but Davis, see, a lot of things, and this is where me and my friends, we don't have a lot of skits. We don't have a lot of stuff, but we're trying to, because that's the new wave.
Yeah.
But me, like, growing up seeing the Kings of Comedy, them stand-ups, like, that's, like, I feel like people not taking that, oh, let me travel here, get on at this comedy club. See, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's taking that old style approach. And to me, really, I want that. I'm taking that old, like, eventually I'm just going to keep trying to travel, hit a comedy, hit an open mic. You know what I'm saying? Like, that old way that they got on through stand-up. A lot of people's not doing that. You say Ha Davis. I mean, I never seen him in stand-up, but I can't. But I know people that spoke on, like, Desi Banks.
Okay.
Desi Banks is not, like, on the Country Wayne interview, he said, all these internet videos is cool, but I don't get paid from them. I get paid on that road from hitting that stage.
Yeah.
And a lot of those comedians, like, I like Billy Sorrell. I don't think he like Desi Banks, because he would call out Desi Banks. He'd be like, "Bruh, you funny on Instagram, but your stand-up is whack."
Oh, wow.
So if you stand-up, but what's kind of hurt people like us is, okay, you funny on the internet, but when you get these shows like stand-up, you're not funny. You know what I'm saying? You're not funny, but people is going to laugh because of who you are.
Right.
so I listened to I don't know, for those who are familiar with Liberal Redneck, like on Instagram and stuff, right, on Facebook. He had a comedy tour, right? And that was a whole thing. It was like if you was watching Blue Collar Comedy Tour, but it was also mad liberal. Like, that's what it felt like, right? So it was like the young rednecks, basically. It was a good special. And I noticed they actually have bits about that, like how to translate Instagram comedy into stand-up comedy, and the transition is very different. And it's they wrote a book and everything. And one of the things they talk about the most is, like, the fact that you have an audience to feed off of directly changes your whole perspective on what comedy is. Right. Because it's one thing to post up a video, and let's say 3 people like it. That ain't bombing to you. That's just, only 3 people saw it. Then you get 100,000 likes on a video. That's not succeeding to you. That's just 100,000 people saw it.
Facts.
You assume you funny every time, even if some stuff you put out ain't funny.
Right.
But then when you got an audience in front of you,
They gonna let you know.
Immediately.
and then you hear that
Hey.
in the audience, bro. I watched. It was a dude named Bodacious, right?
Oh yeah, he shout out to my guy Lazarus, man. He has an open mic on Wednesdays at Sunday Soul Food Service. It's a great open mic. He had Bodacious there Wednesday.
How did he do?
I didn't go.
So and like, I've seen Bodacious more than once now, and so it depends on who else with him. So the first time I saw Bodacious, the person that opened for him, crazy. Like, I was some unknown dude from like Newport News, and like we was crying. Like, it was my man was funny, right? Like, he ain't even had nothing. He was like, I ain't even got no DVDs or nothing to sell. This is how new I am to it. And I was like, man, I wish you did, bro, because you hilarious.
Yeah.
And then Bodacious came on afterward, and it was a different type of style. It was almost like the booking was off.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it was a different
He should've
style.
went first or something. Like.
Yeah. And it won't. And so I was like, all right, well, this is too slow pace for what this last guy has. So, like, the punches hit at a weird. Your time is off as an audience. Like, you don't even know. Like, oh, that was the punchline? Ugh.
Yeah.
And the second time I saw Bodacious, he was like with Corey Holcomb.
Yeah.
Right?
Corey's also hilarious.
And it's not that night. That night was mad awkward.
Was it?
It was because
I'm not a
he
big
was
fan of Corey.
he was too drunk.
He's Patrice O'Neal-esque.
No,
Not a
he
fan.
wish he was.
I mean, they talk about a similar.
Not a fan.
You don't think so?
No, bro. Seeing him live, I know better.
Okay.
He was too drunk, right? He had too much to drink. He even said it himself. And so his timing was off when it came to his jokes, and like he wasn't feeding off the audience right. So he was bombing, and he didn't even know how to recover. And I'm like, yo, you too big to not know how to recover from bombing, bro. You're too big. Like you got shows and movies and stuff. Like, you're big, right? Like
Wild
like
Now too, yeah.
you literally you could have just talked about some stuff people had already seen, and they would have started laughing and got back with you. But he didn't do that. Like, he even said, like, I don't care if y'all laugh. Like, he just started getting mad at the audience type stuff. But that night, Bodacious like went on first, and like people was like cracking up because the pace was different. Like, he had the proper pace, and so I noticed like you could take the same comedian in the same venue, right, at the same time slot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One night he funny, one night he not, but it's all about the audience and who else performs with him. Like, there's so much other stuff going on.
You gotta have your crowd, man.
The reason why Dave Chappelle bombed in Detroit, he said it himself. He was like, it just so happened that everybody that came on before me was just funnier that night.
Mm-hmm.
That's not my fault.
Yeah, the crowd get tired too.
It's like I brought them because they were funny. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
But they was too funny. I got to get less funny people next time I go to Detroit.
Let me tell you something, man. I can do the same set that I've been doing. I can go do a set tonight. I can rock. People will be dying laughing. I can go do that same set an hour later or at a different spot, and nobody would laugh. You know what I'm saying? It's just
That's crazy.
and that come. But back what I'm saying with the Instagram one is just like with that comedy, like a lot of them can do it. Like DC and them, they can be funny on Instagram and on stage.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like with that, it's like a lot of those people is not funny when they get on stage. And you got to realize, like I know somebody that said they seen a girl that said and his her guy or whatever went to go see Jess Hilarious or whatever, and he was like she wasn't funny, but everybody was just laughing, but it wasn't funny.
Oh,
It was
crazy.
laughing because it's just hilarious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
That's why
that
the
hurts, bro.
Instagram route, like I said, I wanna get it out that old way, man.
No, that makes sense.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's so different now because you don't have. There's so many avenues to get on TV or whatever the thing is. Because there used to be stand up leads to a sitcom or a talk show, but now it's like, well, make a funny video, sell get some ads. That's how you can make money.
That's how. And then I think one of my friends, I can't remember who it was, said he had talked to Earthquake Manager before.
Yeah.
And then she was like, well, how many followers you got on Instagram? She's like, well, you only got 1,000. It's not nothing we really can do with you.
Right.
So it's kind of hard because some people, they want you to come with your own following. But some people got to realize, man, you give somebody a chance, man. You take, like you said, you take them on road. Like you said, you went to go see Bo, right?
Yeah.
And the guy in front, so you focus on that guy that went on before you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now if you see him come, you going to go see him.
Right. Every time.
You know what I'm saying? So I realize, like some people, it's just about some people, it's whoever wanting to take that chance on you, man. You know? And then you just seizing that opportunity, bro. And I feel like one day that day will come, you know?
Man,
and that's what these open mics and stuff is for when that day comes, is you ready.
Yeah.
You know?
I think
That's why you got to get ready, bro.
that is a good note to wrap this one up on.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, hit my joint. All right. That they ain't tear me up like I thought it would, but
So glad. I'm so glad.
everybody, this has been the Herbsurdity Podcast with Alex and Herb. My name is Edward Tabascus El Segundo. They call me Herb, and to my left is my co-host.
Just Alex.
And we've been here today with Big Tom. Y'all check him out on Instagram as the new David Ruffin. That's DA_new David Ruffin.
Time out. How did you settle on that name, by the way?
Well,
You look
one
nothing
of
like
my
that,
favorite
right?
movies is The Temptations. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And watching that movie, I just kind of related. Like, it should have been called David Ruffin and the Temptations. I really feel like that's what it should have been called, you know?
Anybody
And David Ruffin, and when he stole that mic that one time, I was sold right there. But I also tell people when I get them to Instagram, there's my
I see zippers like Michael Jackson, or hold his hood for ransom. Find his main bitch in his savage, make him trap house dancers. 4TF is for the family. Don't like it, fuck you, pay me. It's for my brother's babies and my daddy's new Mercedes. 16 in the clip, I draw the nigga. The coroner drawing the nigga. This chopper right here, disarming the nigga. My cutter unarming the nigga. Fuck, I look like let you hung with my niggas. Like you just gon' get away with it. Try that shit now, you can hunt like a nigga. Fucked up and drug through the mud like a nigga. Ain't got any friends, all I got is my brothers. My 40 still on me. You die if you touch it, can't go but my lonely. They know that I love them. We fussing, we fight afterwards, go discuss it. I'm slamming the blocks like Tetris. Loading the truck UPSS. Black and yellow VVS's. My chain name Jerome Bed. It's time to fan. I am the man, I go super saiyan when I'm on the beat. Piles of sand.